Hello, this is Rick Marshall, interim pastor at Camellia Baptist, with your thought for today. My thought for today involves the patience that's required when you really trust the Lord. I love the verse in Psalms 27, verse 14, which says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he will strengthen your heart." Boy, in these days with the virus and all the other things going on around us and the changes in life, we probably need to learn a good lesson about how patience relates to trust. Do you remember going to the circus as a child? I remember it. I enjoyed everything about it, the animals and the acts and all the things, but maybe most of all, I was really taken by the trapeze artist. And the trapeze artists have a relationship to Scripture that I want to share with you this morning. You see, in the trapeze act, there are at least two people. There's the person called a flyer. That's the person that goes up in the air, turns and does tricks. And there's the catcher who usually has his or her legs over a bar and swings back and forth. And as the catcher swings out and lets go of the other person and they perform a trick in the air, then the real power of that act is that the catcher is there to catch them. But as I learned about trapeze artistry, I learned something very special, and that is this, that the success of a trapeze act always involves this sequence. The artist, who is the person flung up into the air, can never reach out to try to grab the catcher, but rather to remain still in the position they're supposed to be, and it's the catcher's job to grab them. If both are trying to grab each other, ultimately, somebody's going to fall. What a wonderful lesson. God will be there to catch us. He will grab us. He will hold on to us if we're patient in our trust. You see, that artist has to know that he or she could fall to the floor unless that other person reaches out and holds on to them. And God has the power to hold on to our life. He's holding on to you. He's holding on to you through His Word, through prayer support of other people, through these devotional messages, in all kinds of ways. God is reaching out to hold on to you, and He wants you to respond to Him. So my prayer for you today is, learn the patience that's associated with trust. When you're running out of patience with God, you're also running out of trust. Why don't you take a moment and pray today and say, Lord, I just want to trust you more and more. No matter what happens in the world around me, I'm so glad I belong to you, and I can trust you to hold on to me.